Alcohol, cigarettes, and prescription drugs kill thousands of people every year, but are readily sold to the public by most major companies. Marijuana has had 0 deaths recorded in its use in history, but still people go to jail merely for the possession of it. Have you ever wondered why that is, and what we can do to change that? What's the point, and why would you fight a war that you can't win? Since the war on drugs has started, it's been labeled a massive failure by many people who are high in power, including several presidents. There's just no reason anymore to continue fighting something and wasting resources and time on something that simply can't be won. It hasn't stopped or decreased the amount of people who are growing, distributing, and selling the drug anyways. Hundreds of people are jailed every year merely for possession or growing of a natural plant, such as marijuana, that people don't really have any negative side effects for when used properly. If anything, the illegal use of marijuana is making it more dangerous because people are not regulating it and they're not watching it properly, so people can cut it with substances that may not be what it's supposed to be in there, and people are selling things like synthetic marijuana that aren't actually what marijuana is, giving it a bad name because it's not being regulated properly. People are doing it regardless, so why shouldn't we not be able to monitor it and maybe be able to get some more use out of it by looking at the positive effects it has? According to drugpolicy.org, more than half the country is already in favor of legalizing marijuana anyways. Why are people still continuing to fight something that a lot of people really want? We're losing out on money because of the illegal status of marijuana. Why would you waste a perfect business opportunity? In the few states where marijuana has been legalized, the business is booming. It's raked in over $1 million already in states like Colorado that have started its own farms and production factories, making it one of Colorado's most successful businesses to date. They get tons of money from just the marijuana sales itself in the city, using it to be able to put it towards things in the city such as new roads, new construction, and things like that, which actually help the city out more just off the sale of one plant. We're losing out on taxing it because even though it's illegal, it doesn't stop people from selling it. If we were to able to legalize it, we could sell it and get taxes off of it, which would bring in more than $1 million by itself. If you have 5 cities only making $1 million off of the plant already, imagine if all 50 were to legalize it and we could get taxes off of everything. That would help the economy, it would boost it, and it would create more job opportunities as well. A lot of people would be able to get new jobs and new opportunities just from being able to sell the plant legally, opening up new shops, being able to grow it by themselves, selling it on the street corners. It could be a really good business opportunity that we could have if it was legalized. According to an article on theatlantic.com, pot use is on the rise in colleges in almost all states. So definitely with the college demographic, it would be a really good seller. College kids are using it regardless now of whether it's illegal or not. And if we were able to charge off of that based on taxes and things like that, not only would we be getting a lot more money out of them, but a lot more people in general who maybe don't want to try the drug just because it's labeled as illegal, even though it might not be harmful to some people. Therefore, we could even rake in more business by legalizing it, because people who wouldn't try it simply based on the illegal status would now be able to be okay to try it because it's legal and they wouldn't have to fear about being persecuted for it. What if a seemingly deadly disease could be cured? Recent studies and investigations have been shown that link marijuana to curing many diseases. Parkinson's, depression, even certain types of cancer have been shown to be put into remission by using different parts of the plant, whether it be THC oil or smoking it or eating it and mixing it in with other things like that. People with Parkinson's have been shown to decrease their symptoms significantly when just taking a few hits off the marijuana cigarette or anything like that. Depression, it makes the THC receptors make it to where you're more positive and happy in your brain, so it can be linked to curing depression a natural way rather than being stuck on a drug or any opioid like that, which definitely is, it can help out with opioid addiction. The marijuana has been shown to help people overcome these addictions using a natural remedy to where they're not overdosing and accidentally killing themselves because they can't simply get off of a drug that has been prescribed to them by a doctor that's completely legal, but it's not safe. People who have no response to antibiotics may use this as a last resort because they've tried everything else and they've been deemed terminal or they've been deemed that there is no cure, and suddenly they'll get a hold of marijuana and they'll try it, and suddenly their disease seemingly goes into remission because of it. And a lot of people want to use this drug, but they simply can't, and so their disease gets worse because they're too worried about it being illegal and being persecuted or thrown in jail because of it. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, THC is known to decrease pain, inflammation, and muscle control problems, and it offers a natural medical solution millions of people who suffer these ailments could potentially really need. So in short, marijuana can definitely help with health benefits. We can make a lot of money off of it, and it's really just an all-around miracle drug for many people who are suffering from things that might not be able to be cured otherwise. Thank you.